Hello everybody, it's Starrapter here. Welcome back to another episode. This week in Star Wars Canon, where every week you can look forward to me breaking it all down for you guys from the comics, the novels, the TV series, and anything else that connects to the Star Wars universe. Today I will be talking about the Marvel Star Wars comics, Star Wars issue number 47. This is part 4 of the Mutiny at Mon Cala arc. So this is all about the rebels gaining support, more followers. So they go to Mon Cala, where they're hoping to get the support of the Mon Cala and their mighty starships. Unfortunately, they can't get the support because it seems like most people don't want to take the chance to join a rebellion, mainly because their king, Prince or King Lee Char, he is been captive. So their idea is they're going to break out this king in hopes that it will inspire the people to join the cause of the rebellion. So in this issue, we have a two-pronged approach. We have Leia, Han, Luke, and Chewie. They have this Moff in tow to go and use him to gain access to the prison or whatever this place is that they are holding the king at. Meanwhile, we have a changeling and C-3PO that are kind of, fooling this whole ceremony where their supposed changeling is the Moff. So it's all about C-3PO kind of talking this changeling to act like the Moff so that nobody knows that he's missing and he's really with Luke, Han, Leia, and Chewie. So that is pretty much the story in a nutshell. We do end off on a cliffhanger, and that's what I want to first start off with, is that cliffhanger where they actually find out, Luke, Han, and Leia, and Chewie, that this King Lee Char is pretty much been a vegetable this whole time. He's hooked up to life support and whatnot. So it was a pretty big reveal that these last 4 issues of the comic, they are trying to go and get this guy, having a lot of hope, and he turns out that he's pretty much, on life support. So that's pretty much a shock. And what's really cool about this is this connectivity between the Darth Vader series right now, where they are talking about King Lee Char, but back around the events shortly after Revenge of the Sith. So now we'll figure out, and hopefully the next issue of Darth Vader, which I think comes out next week, that what happens with King Lee Char and there is leaning into this. So pretty cool right there. Another thing that I like about this is 3PO really taking center stage. So we have 3PO, again, he is kind of giving advice to this changeling who is taking on the appearance of the Moff at this Mon Cala opera, which is very interesting, by the way. And C-3PO, apparently this is his worst nightmare, is trying to translate the Mon Cala speech from this opera. And it's just funny because at the same time he's saying, like, oh, this is the worst thing possible, and they're cutting across to Han, Luke, and Leia, who are pretty much risking their lives in this submarine, kind of a scene similar to the Phantom Menace where they're trying to escape these sea life creatures that are huge. So, but the one thing about the C-3PO story that was a little bit strange is that he is giving hints to this changeling, but the other people are around, so they can't hear C-3PO. I mean, come on, that is kind of a little bit crazy there. So jumping back to what's going on with Han, Leia, and Luke, I really enjoyed this one part where Luke tries to distract this creature. So he's fearless. Like, Luke has so much courage because he jumps out of this submarine and he turns on his lightsaber because this thing is attracted to light. And he's trying to get the attention of this creature. The next thing you know, Chewbacca comes on this little sled thing and gets him out of the last minute out of the line of sight of the jaws of this creature. And it's just a very cool kind of Star Wars-y action scene, which I really enjoyed. And the moment after that is even better because then we have Chewie, coming back into the submarine. Of course, he's soaked. He's underwater. And it's like the first time I've ever seen Chewbacca with his fur just soaked like that. And it was just funny because then he just like a dog, he just gets it all out of his hair and it gets all over Leia. And it's just a very funny scene. And the last thing I want to say is this artwork, at least in this issue, has definitely improved in the kind of way I like it. At least it's not as photorealistic. It doesn't appear like there's any characters that are having their pictures torn from it. This appears to be more of the artwork that LaRocca did for the first Darth Vader series. So very much, this was an okay issue. It wasn't amazing. It wasn't terrible. It was just sort of there to move the plot along. But I am looking forward to seeing what the fate of Lee Char is. So normally I don't talk about any kind of Legends content because this video series is called This Week in Star Wars Canon, but I picked this up as well. This is Tag and Bink Were Here, and the reason why this is kind of pertinent to the video is because Tag and Bink are confirmed to be in Solo Star Wars Story, which is coming out this month. I love when I can say that when a Star Wars movie is coming out this month. But anyway, yeah, so it's something that I want to read because it's going to help set up the characters for me. Now, the tales in this our legend. Now, apparently on the synopsis, I have not read it. I plan on reading it soon, but they are taking place during the original trilogy, as well as there's a story that's taking place during the prequels around the Attack of the Clones, and these guys are just, it's basically a comedy series. I don't know if it's a spoof or not, but they are around different higher-ups in the Empire and whatnot, and they're just screwing around, screwing up the Empire, so I definitely look forward to reading this. And the good part about it is it's basically, you get 4 comics for the price of 2, so it's a pretty good deal, and that's why I had to pick it up. And of course, at the end of this week on Friday, it is May the 4th, so it is May the 4th be with you, the unofficial Star Wars day that every year seems like it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Bottom line, every day to me is Star Wars Day, but some things that I might do is maybe play a little bit of The Old Republic right here. I will probably sit down and watch one of these Star Wars movies, or watch something Star Wars related, hopefully. And I'm hoping for some big announcements coming from Star Wars. I hope that maybe we get the announcement of when Celebration 2019 will be and where, maybe. Maybe just some other random news that we really aren't expecting. I'm hoping to have the Battlefront 2 Season 2 announcement trailer and details, hopefully, out by the end of the week. So, next week you guys can look forward to Star Wars Adventures, the free comic book day edition. Now, let's stop right there. If you guys haven't checked out your local comic book store on Free Comic Book Day, you really should, because it helps support these local businesses while you're there. Actually try to buy something, because a lot of these comic book stores, they're paying out of their own pocket to get these free comic book issues. So yeah, help them out a little bit, and hey, that might be a way for you guys to kind of get more of these Star Wars comics that I've been reviewing on a weekly basis. So definitely check that out. As for things following next week, we also will have Star Wars Adventures number 10, Darth Vader number 16, Thrawn number 4, and The Last Jedi adaptation number 1. So next week is going to be a very busy week for me on here. So make sure, if you want to check out next week's content, that you are subscribed to the channel. That way you'll be notified when the video goes up, especially when you hit that bell icon. And I've never actually told anybody to do that, so there you go. So that is going to do it for me, Starrapter. I want to hear what you guys thought about all the things that happened this week. Are you reading the Star Wars comics? And are you looking forward to Solo? And what do you plan on doing for May the 4th? Do you have a tradition or anything? Let's talk about it in that comment section below. My name is Starrapter, and may the Force be with you always. Thanks for checking out the video. Please hit that thumbs up symbol. It helps me know that I'm making content that you guys enjoy. And if you enjoyed this video, I also include 2 videos down below you guys should check out. And please consider subscribing to this channel. It helps support me, and it notifies you guys of when I get new videos up on the channel. You can also contact me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Starrapter.